Alright, so what I'm going to show you guys is a fix for these cams for these Duramax engines. Now, the pin will shear off in these things, and that's kind of what they look like when they shear. So to prevent that from happening, what we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole in between the cam and the cam gear, and then run a piece of round stock through it. Now, this is 5/32 welding rod right here. What I've done is I've heat treated it, and I cut off about 3/4 of an inch, and that's what I'm going to use to lock that cam and gear in place instead of just that pin that shears off. This is a good fix for the crank too, by the way. So GM actually has a kit that's on back order to do the crankshafts, which I'm just going to do the same thing there. But I'll show you how I found where to drill the hole at, and I'll show you the rest of the stuff. So what I've gotten done right now is I've got the pilot hole pretty much drilled. Now these cam gears and the cam, they're induction hardened, so they're real hard to drill at first, but once you start to get through that hardened layer, it drills pretty nice. So I already got the 5/32 drill bit in my drill, and I've got it taped on the depth to stop at. Again, it's a little over 3/4 of an inch. So I use Tap Magic to get in there and give me some lubrication when I drill. So you're going to get to see this and how it works. Okay, so I've got that drilled out, and now I'm going to take this apart, and I will weld up that hole in that washer. Of course, I need to blow it all out too. I want no metal shavings in there. So what we have here is the factory washer. Now you can see that little groove in there. Hopefully you can. What I did was I picked a spot right between that shiny spot that got wore off and on the inside of it. And what that does is that puts it perfectly in the middle, in between the cam and the gear. If you look down in there, you can see if I can get that in there, or just actually see where I drilled that hole at. And again, I'm gonna blow all this out, but this pin will fit in there now. Once I get all the shavings out of it, I'll be able to push it in there. So I'm gonna go get my blower, blow this out real quick. All right, so I went and welded up the hole on that washer real quick. Kind of buffed it off, as you can see there. But again, how I determined where to put that at was I wanted to do 180 degrees away from the keyway pin, which I did. Now that pin is still in there, the new one that I replaced it. There's the part number from GM. And then again, the top piece is just a welding rod, 5/32 welding rod. This is what I'm putting in that hole that I drilled. So once I get this pin installed, I'll be able to put the washer and the bolt back in it. Just like that. That's going to lock that in. Again, I have a new bolt here that I've got, and here's the part number for the bolt. You guys need a cam bolt. It does look different though. Factory one was a 12 point. This is a 6 point. So I'll put that back in. Now I'm not going to torque it yet because I don't have the crankshaft flex plate locked in, because I want to still do some moving of stuff around a little bit. But that is a fix, guys, right there, and a way better fix than the factory had.